What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Stationeers. When we left off in the last episode, things did not really go according to plan per se. But when did they ever? I mean, it kind of did. We got the floor and stuff set up, and we set up mostly an automated furnace, although I couldn't get the furnace to actually activate because I believe the gas and stuff was too cold, I think. And so there's that issue. Though I don't know. Oh, wait. What just happened? I clicked activate and the temperature went up. Or is the temperature just going up? I don't understand this either, because if I look at this, the value of the pollutant tank is going down ever so slightly, but none of the valves are on, so I don't really know how that works, unless it's just a thing. I don't get why this is heating up every time I click the button. And it's going back down. That is so weird. I wonder if that's a glitch or not. I don't know. But I did decide, I think the best way to go about doing this is, I have two logical gates here. And I could do, I think I might actually end up using one, though. I could do both. I was thinking of multiplying it by 1,000 to move the decimal point and then rounding up to the highest decimal point, but I think it might be better if we just leave it as is and just round up to the nearest whole number. I think that might actually work a little bit better. Mainly because, as it stands, if I go and I look at, how do I, oh, there we, no. Is there a way to split by dragging? I don't see a way to do that. We'll just do it that way. But yeah, the thing that I'm thinking is, if you look at the tank outside, it says 1.8 something MPa, which I'm guessing in this state would be 1.81. But if I rounded it up to the 1.8, which would be multiplying it by 1,000, and then I used one to get off all those other numbers on the back end, it would just end up being 2, which is kind of like, okay, that's, you just have 2 MPa. That's not really that good. So I think it's better just to leave it the way it is and just use the floor function to bring it down to 1813, I think. We're going to try that. Now, this should be done using a, I think, a unary. Not sure. I think that's what I read online. So I need this number coming out of here, and I need that to go in to the unary, and I might piggyback this to use the power and then have the wire come back out. I think that will work. Let's grab this. And what did I have? Writer, pollutant tank total. So let's do unary. Same thing. Pollutant tank total. Actually, no. Now that I think about this, I don't need this one. I need that to be the input. Poo. Alright, hold on a minute. Alrighty, so there we have it. So this is a little bit different, but I think it works better overall. So we have the logic reader with the pressure going into the unary, which is set to floor, right here, which will basically bring it, it'll round it. Is it up or is it down? Let's actually play with that for a second. Let's see. That's the absolute value. We don't want that. That's the log. I don't know what the exponential. Round could work too. Ooh, this has a lot of fun stuff, like random. I didn't know it had all this stuff. That's right, they recently added a lot of this. Okay, so ceiling rounds up. Floor will round down. That makes sense. And then I guess round I don't know what round is for. If you have ceiling and floor, what would you need it for? That's kind of weird. But floor will bring it down to the... So even at 5, 8, it should be at 11, but it'll floor it down to the nearest whole number. So I think we're going to leave it at that just because that way we have a little bit extra than we think we do. So that's going to work. Alright, so let's see. We could probably do with like a light here or here maybe. Definitely could put one over here. I had this on because I thought I was going to have to break the wall down, but I guess I didn't need to, so that's cool. But yeah, so now we have a value. Now, I don't know if you could add like MPA or I guess this would be KPA, I think, because it 1.8 MPA, I think that would be 18 KPA or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not too familiar with the structure. I think that's how that would work. The other thing is I don't know if we want to play around with the variable at all. For example, there's temperature setting. I don't know what setting is set for. Ratio. We could do ratio of pollutant, maybe? No, because that's all that's in there, so it would just give us a 1. Maximum, I guess that's percent. Ratio is 0.5. I'm not really sure why that's there. I don't know what some of these are, so I guess we'll have to leave it on pressure. I don't know why it seems to be leaking, though. Because the vents are closed, or the valves are closed. So, I mean, I guess it might be filling up the pipe little at a time, maybe? I'm not really sure. But let's see. So we have, are these my walls? Or is this the... Yeah, that's the walls. Okay, so let's put one here. We'll go ahead and put a frame there. I think I can still get to that stuff. I think there's already walls there. One thing I wanted to check, though, is I'd kind of like to get this dial back, because we don't really need it for anything. It was mostly just to set the value for the LED, but we did that, so it should be fine. And I can still access the cabling, which is cool. We'll go ahead and open this back up. I really don't understand the furnace, to be honest. Like, it's actually heating up when I'm pushing the button, and I don't know if it's supposed to or not. And we have more pressure now, so I don't know if it's, like, pulling somehow. It shouldn't be. So I'm slightly confused there. I don't also know what happened to all of my ore, or whether it's still in the... I don't know if it's still in the ore bag that I had. It must be. Either that or I went ahead and smelted it all already because I couldn't get the furnace to work. I don't know. Let me check. Do I still have anything in here? No. So I must have actually smelted it all off camera at some point. I probably did that the last episode. I just forgot. Oh, that's right. I wanted to make some lights. I think 2 should be good for that size of a room. I gotta remember how to make lights. I haven't made lights in forever. Is it under kits? Maybe? Is it ceiling light or interior light? Must be interior light. Nope. I don't know where it is. I haven't made a light in forever. Oh, kit, lights. There we go. So let's do 2 of those. And while that's crafting, I'm voting we go ahead and kind of set up where we want the lights here. Let's see, we're going to snip that and we're going to do a junction. And let's see, a light right about there would actually work, maybe here. So let's see if we can split this and then do a straight going this way. And I think when we get over maybe about here, so let's put one there. I'm not really sure what the auto select is doing, but it's doing some weird stuff. Alright, so that should set us up for these lights, I think. Let's go ahead and turn all this stuff off. We'll go ahead and swap out my battery. There we go. Okay. There's wall light diode slide. That sounds new. Wall light long wide. That may not be a bad idea. What is that thing? And why can't I rotate it? Oh, there we go. So it would go like that. That may not be a bad idea. Angled LED wall light's kind of the standard one. Wall light long wide. Let's try this one, see what that does. That's not bad. Oh, I see. It's kind of an angle. Maybe we should turn that around then, I'm thinking. Because if it's angled like that... Oh, it only has the plug on one side, though. Can I do that? Can I get that to turn around? No. It's gonna... Okay. That's not gonna work then. I guess for now, we might have to go with just the wall light option. I don't know what the diodes... Well, I could do this one, maybe. That's just kind of a vertical light. If we do that, though, that's fairly bright. Well, let me turn my lights off. That would probably be a good idea. There we go. So that's fairly bright. We could probably get away with, like, one here and one here, maybe. I don't know. That works pretty good. Let's try this over here. Let's see. Actually, that doesn't work too badly. I'm off center a little bit, though. I'm wondering if I should move these in a little bit closer or not, because they're kind of... Like, this isn't too bad, but this one over here is a little bit right next to your stuff, so I'm not too sure about that. But I definitely think it lights up the place well enough, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm going to probably move these lights around, finish up the interior decorum here, and then I think we're going to move to trying to get some kind of arc furnace system that we can put in this area that we can vent into other stuff. Alrighty, so the next thing we need to do, because I got this squared away, I kind of move these around a little bit so where they're lined up on this door and the middle of here, and let's see, if we turn our headlamps off, this is what it looks like, which I think it actually came out pretty good. It lights things up pretty great. So the next part, what I want to do is I want to move this regulator into this wall and put this tank on this wall as well, if I can. And then I'd like to put the arc furnace over here somewhere, and also rig up a line to the exhaust pipe for the furnace to where it's basically pumping out to the same thing, which I believe, let's see, this is the input valve, this is the, let me see if I remember this right, this is the tank valve up at the top of the base, this is the input to the furnace valve, and then this is the input to the gas canister. So, and then this one is the exhaust. So when we're done with stuff, that's the line that it's going out into the top, I believe. That's not coming in. So it's that one right there where my crosshair is. So I need to tie it into that line somehow. which is going to be tricky. But the main reason I'm thinking of this is because the arc furnace does put off stuff. So what I'd like to do is, I may need more room, so I might end up bringing this out into this area. I'm not really sure, but what I'd ultimately like to do is have some circuitry set up on like one of the walls with the vents over here or something, to where if the sensors, if the circuits detect that there's something in the arc furnace, then to turn the vent on or something to that effect. And well, I might have to do it like if it's on. I don't know. I'm not sure. At the moment it might be manual and I might have to do the stuff, the other stuff later. But for now, let's see. Let's throw those off to the side. Throw those off to the side. I need to be able to get in here. And actually, I don't even think I need this frame here. I think I had it in here. Oh, that doesn't have a charge on it. How did that happen? I was like, wait a minute, why can't I mess with this? Because sometimes it won't let you if you have stuff attached to it, too. Let's see now if I can break this frame or not. I may not be able to. Nope, it worked. Okay, cool. Let's see. We're just going to kind of make a mess here and just throw all this stuff on the ground. I don't see a frame back here, so I think we're... Oops. Wrong one. Grinder. Thank you. I think we're done with this. Alright, so... yeah, this is the input pipe, this is the output pipe. So I need to get a hold of this somewhere and run a T-junction to it. This is going to be tricky with all this piping in here. This needs to move out one, and I might need to move the valve, maybe? No, we can leave the valve there, actually. How do I want to tie into that, though? There's a lot of stuff here. Alright, so first up, let's just grab this and start breaking down some pipe. Because none of this is where it's going to end up being. This can stay, I think. Yeah, that can stay. Alright, so yeah, let me work on this for a minute and I'll see what I can come up with, because this could take a while. Okay, so I think I've got this squared away. Now this is a little cramped in here, but I think it'll do once we get everything set up. I wonder if it's a good idea to do one of these long wall lights in here, or should I just do a regular wall light? I think that'll be okay for now. Do I have... I do. Okay. So I think I have everything I need. This is a little cramped, like I said, but I'll try and kind of show what's going on. Now, this won't be the most convenient in getting items in and out of the arc smelter, or arc furnace, whatever it's called. Actually, it's not very convenient for me to get in and out of here, but it works. We've got all of this wired up, so there's a corner right there to the exhaust pipe that goes around through here and down to the vent. And then I've got this valve coming off of here and going down up under this and into the tank for when we want to do it that way. And I've already got the regulator set for the right pressure, so we would just flip that valve, turn this on, and we'd get our tank. So for that, I think we're done. So let's go ahead and close that off for now. So let's see. How's the best way to... There we go. So we'll throw this there. I don't think... Oh yeah, I do need to get to the floor. Okay. I was going to say, I don't think there's anything on the floor I need, but there is. So we'll seal that off. There's nothing on the ceiling or the left side. So let's go ahead and throw these here. I can probably get away with throwing that there. We just don't want to actually apply the iron sheet yet. Okay, so we're getting there. And let me grab this guy. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. I put a logic reader here. I might need to use something else. I'm not entirely positive. Nor am I entirely positive I can get to this input screw either, because it's not actually letting me grab that. Which could be a problem. Wait, this says no device. Oh, probably because there's no input, because I can't get to this input setting. That's a pain, because the data input is right there. The data output from the furnace is coming out there, and it does actually let me place the block there. So I'm kind of irritated that I can't click on this right now. That's kind of bugging me. I wonder if I turn it on, will that help? No, not really. So that's a problem. That is a problem, because if we set this to the reader arc vent, we have nothing to work with, because what I wanted to do was take the, well, no, actually what I need, writer variable output, so what I actually need is the vent. I didn't label this, of course. That's kind of a problem, though, that I can't get to this, because if I break this, here's the part that's really frustrating. If I break this, I have no data, right? But if I don't, then I can't select it. That's really annoying. I wonder if I can do it with a labeler. Can I do that? We can access that. Wait, no. You need a screwdriver to change that setting. I can rename it. That's what's happening right there. You can see the collision box is overlapping the screw. That's really annoying. Let me tinker with this. Okay, so I think I have this squared away now. I'm not really sure yet. We're gonna find out. So I actually have this set for if it's going to activate at the moment. I think that's how this works, so I wanted to try it out a little bit. Let's see, can I just split one? That'd be cool. So, what I want to do is throw this in here, and let's go ahead and set this to... We need the arc furnace. No, we need the reader for the arc vent. Yeah, reader for the arc vent, and then we want to set the output to the vent, I think, and then we'll set this to on, in theory. I kind of don't want to turn this on, though, but I think that's how that's going to work. So, for example, let's just check, where did that iron go? Oh, there it is. It's in there. So I put it in there. I wanted to see, we have the arc furnace set, so I want to see lock is 0, reagents is 0. I'm not really sure what that does exactly. On would be 1, which would set this to 1. So we can use on and off, because I need something binary. You could do something with a comparator if I wanted to add more logic, but if you can find a variable that you're okay with, like don't shut the door until you turn this on, stuff like that, then you don't really need it. So required power is 5, that's not going to work. Idle, I guess we might be able to use idle. Here, let me check something out real quick. So we're going to shut this. If I turn this on, well, that's weird. It went to idle. Now it's 1. Okay, so that's not what I want. Export count, import count, power. Where's activate? Activate is 0 at the moment. So what I want to try is splitting off another one of these, and what I want to do is see is if activate can be... It can. Awesome. All right. Now we do have a little bit of a problem here, because technically speaking, well, first of all, we have a problem that this isn't a vacuum, so we're going to need to depressurize this. The other problem that we're running into is there's no... Oh, I put that in the wrong thing. There's no way to really know when this is done without some kind of gas pressure sensor thing. So there is that option that we could do that, but we are going to have a problem here, admittedly, with this room being pressurized. Because essentially if this door ever opens, then it's going to be an issue. Though, if this... Wait, it won't be an issue, actually. Hold on. It really won't, because if we open this up, if this goes back into our filtration system, the filtration system will feed back into our regular room. So it should be fine. And you know what's funny? I could tie this to the door. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Hold up. We can just tie this to the door. Let's see, chute bin, where is... Oh, I don't have a label on it. Let's get that taken care of. So we're going to do this as... let's do door, and then we'll do arc room. That way we know what we're doing. And let's go ahead and just set this to the door. I think that'll work a lot better. Where is door? Door, door, door. Door arc room. And then what? Power open? Let's see what that does. Oh, this isn't on. Open is 0. Close is 1. Okay, and not liking that. Is there a close option? Because I really don't like the... Man, because that's going to set it to off if I do it this way, which sucks, because that's not what I wanted it to do. And it's always on. Required power. Let's just set to arc furnace, and we'll set it to on. I think that'll be the easiest. And so then when we turn this on, let's test this out real quick. So if we grab this, we can put stuff in, but it won't do anything. But when we turn things on, it'll turn the vent on to pull out of the room. And then as we're smelting, it pulls out the gas. We turn this off, the vent turns off. Now, grant you, this isn't the most convenient way to get in and out of here because it's a very cramped room, but it works. And then when we open this, it will fill the room back up, but again, this pipe is connected to the main system, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we can cover that up with that, and we can grab the floorboard, and we can cover that up like that. Boom! So, we have our... And now it is a little bit easier to get in and out of here. Though we could do one of these. Let's actually do that real quick before we wrap this episode up, because I think I do have some more chutes. So let's see if we can take this and make this a little less cramped. I don't know if this will work or not because of the way the blocks are. Come on, can I get in here? Will you connect? I'm not entirely sure why this isn't working. If oh, there it goes. I was going to say, I don't know if it's because of the other block being there, or if it was just because of the confined space. All right, can I get you to snap in there? Why are you being so complicated? It's literally going everywhere but where I want it to go, and I can't figure out why. Alright, I'm gonna... Come on, why can't I... That is so annoying. I can't get it to connect where I want it to. And it's not like it's giving me a red, like it won't go there. It's just, it won't go over where I want it to go. Come on. You even got an auto place mechanic and everything, and I can't get this to connect? Seriously? Oh, that's annoying. And like I said, the biggest thing is I don't actually know if it's because it can't figure out where the collision box is, or if it actually can't go there. And I don't really have an answer because I can't really get it to see what I want it. Okay, that works. Now just... Ah! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha. Okay, one more. And now, do we want... What are we... Outlet? Is it the outlet that we want, I think? There we go. So that should actually... You can put it in there, and it'll throw it back on top. This isn't really ideal, to be honest, because of the compact space and everything that, like, I kind of have to squeeze in here. And you'd have to, like... I guess I could turn it this way and have it fall over here. Maybe that's a better option. Let's try that. That seems like it would be... Wait, is this not what I grabbed this with? Crowbar? Screwdriver? Or that's not what that is. What is this, actually? Hand drill. Okay. I was like, what are they calling this? Power drill? Alright. So let's try and get this to connect again. Where was I standing? I was like right about here. There we go. Junction, outlet. And let's have it spit out that way. I think that'll work out a little bit better. Does cut a bit of the light off, but whatever. Now I know there's a couple other ways to do it, as far as I think there's a newer thing, like a newer logic chip that can do, like, if it has a certain amount of items in it and all that kind of stuff. But either way, we still kind of have to be in here, so the system would be to shut the door, put stuff in, and then when you turn it on, the vent's just going to come on until you're done, and then you turn this off, and then your stuff will end up right here, and you can just walk back out. So I think that'll work best overall, but overall, I'm really happy with it. It ended up a lot cleaner than it was before. I don't really know why the pressure keeps going down here. Has me a little bit concerned because it's not showing up in here. Unless the pressure is just bleeding out through the pipe a little bit because now it's slowly filling up this long pipe that we've set up and the data is actually coming from the tank, so the tank itself may not be as full. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the meantime, I think we're going to wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace!